Hey, how's it going, everybody? Oh, good. I got Roy here. Hey, guys. Hey, I'm gonna try something new. Oh, we got the gain here. Awesome. Good, clear picture. Hey, guys, I'm trying something new. I forgot on the last video, and Russ got me. He said my audio sucked. And if you watched one of my other videos, I did a thing where I bought the AirPods, and I'm able to sync the AirPod Bluetooth to my iPhone. And I was wondering, has this helped my audio at all? Um, The audio is pretty good. Okay, sweet. All right, that's exciting. So maybe I'm actually going to be able to pull this live stream thing off. I've been looking at the different uh, the cellular boosters I can get. I'm going to hit up a couple people and see if people or any companies want to sponsor this sound. Oh man. Let's try one of the things. Let's see if we can increase the audio if I drop both these earbuds in. We'll see if that makes any difference once this one sinks in. And actually, let's do two things. See if we can make it all around a little better, although I won't be able to see my TV. Now it's bad. Eh, well, we're going to have to experiment with it. You guys are going to have to experiment with it. Can't barely hear you. Sounds like you're over the bed. Man, no matter what I do with these earbuds or anything with the audio, it just cannot seem to beat it. Sounds good first. Okay, well, cool. Let's ditch this one then, and let's see if that one, if that makes a difference using just one earbud. What about now? Testing, testing. Did that improve at all just using one? Can you even hear me, my friend? It's some better. Okay, cool. Hold it and talk into it like, let's go like this. We'll talk into the AirPod. If I really get on it, we'll see if that makes it any better. Alright, well, let's experiment. Can you guys hear me at all? Can you guys hear me decent enough to try to show you what we can do? Noise in the background. Oh, that would be my inverter. There's not a lot I can do about that. Sounds like water running. Well, that's my inverter phone. I'm screwed on that one until later. So we got a lot going on. I got generators running. I got a lot of stuff going on out here. So hold on. So what happened is, okay, I totally understand now. I'm learning here on that should have made it better. When I took the AirPod out of my ear, that does not work. So what about now? Now that it's back, okay, now it's good. Okay, great. Okay, we're gonna stick with this one AirPod and see if we can make this better. And this is for Russ B because man, that guy, he does not let me screw off on my sound. I got a lot of money invested in trying to get this sound working. Now, if I can just get my second monitor up and running, we'll be good. Let's see, done, consecutive. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I am not going to be able to see some of this for some reason. Hold on just 1 second. We're buffering. Yeah, that's probably because I was screwing it. So if you can see that back screen, what I got going on here is I'm going to try to be able to watch the TV to see what it is you guys are saying while I'm talking and kind of go over the Simpliphi battery at the same time. So what I really had to do, I can't even show you guys how freaking goofy this is to get this happening, right? Okay, so I have my cell phone at the garage door opening so that I can hopefully hit my LTE. I'm bouncing off the TV to try to see what it is you guys are saying to me. And I got the AirPod in to try to increase the audio. So this is my best attempt that I got here to try to get a little bit better live stream because I really want to do more of these. I got so many manufacturers now that are wanting to send me material. I got the Simpliphi batteries here. Here, I'll scroll you guys over. And over here, this is the Focos fridge. And yeah, I don't know why the sound's going in and out. Even with the AirPod in, it seems to be kind of buffering and getting kind of shitty. So I guess as I'm getting closer to the phone, it gets better, and then voice is farther away. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just gonna have to biff it and just buy a straight up freaking lapel mic that's Wi-Fi to get good audio. I guess that's the next thing. Screw it. We're so deep into financials with this whole project anyway. So this is a Focus DC freezer. This is the fridge freezer combo, and let's see if I can get you guys handy at the same time. Man, I don't know. I'm super excited about this, just with what this thing can do, because basically, like right now, I got this thing running off of this one, the RE200 battery. I'm using the charge controller just to keep the battery charged, and really this thing only draws like 3 amps when it runs, and I got it set as a freezer right now, so it's kind of fun just to test and play with this until they send me a charge controller for it and I get the solar running. And then I'll have a build video on the Focus unit and the benefits that you really have with it when you go off grid. So this is one of my favorite things I'm playing with right now. The carriage you are using reverse camera on the mic is in the back of your phone now. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. Oh, so you're saying that when I spin it around backwards, I lose the audio? See, and I thought the audio would be pulling off of my ear pods. Or my AirPods with the Bluetooth, but maybe not. Maybe I'm totally backwards with what I can even do with this thing. But what I'll try to do is I'll try to speak up really loud and see if I can keep the audio kind of coming in, at least so you guys can hear me. And talk about the Simpliphi batteries. I'm sure you guys have watched some of my videos and seen the lithium batteries that we're doing out here right now. This is how the Simpliphi ships. This thing, it comes, I think it's about 80 pounds when it ships to you, so it's definitely a lot lighter than an L16, and it's a much easier battery to work with. I've got 2 systems installed with these so far, and I really like these. The hard part with them really though is the cable management. I think we got to see some of the stuff that we really had to do to make them work. The next battery that I have coming that we're going to play with, I think Discover's sending me a few of those batteries, and we're going to kind of try to do a side-by-side comparison with the 2 of them. So let's just cut this thing open. You guys want to take a look at it? Is anybody even still here? We got 4 people. We'll see if Johnny Valentine sticks around. See if he tries calling me like I did him. He's been messing with him quite a bit. Okay, so there she is. All right, so is it really daylight there? Yes, yeah, right now it's only 7 o'clock. We've had some decent weather. We had a little bit of rain today, and man, I've shown you guys some blips of the project that I'm working on with my solar pond pump with the Dancoff Solar Force piston pump. And that thing's working great. It's definitely using more power though than the solar's putting out, especially this time of year. They wound up sending me a pump that draws it's drawing about 17 amps right now. They originally were going to send me the 5 gallon a minute pump, which was going to use less, which would have been perfect for the system I got from Wholesale Solar. But I mean, ultimately, I got my EU 2000 out there running with that IOTA battery charger, and between the 2, man, it's keeping up. But I've already raised the pond so far, probably about 10 inches, in about a 24-hour span of really going nonstop. And I can't even say nonstop because I don't run it during the night because I don't have a low battery disconnect on it yet. So that project is going pretty well, and the pond's falling fast, so I should have had it in a month ago. So nice shot. It was not clean the other day. The other day this place was a destruction zone because I've been busy trying to get the pond system, the job, getting caught up with everything. So, it goes in stages. But, basically this is how the Phi ships. I wanted to show this to you guys because they were super awesome and they sent me 6 of these to play with on my house. After all the projects I've done with them, these batteries right here are a test battery. that they use, and they're actually stamped on here TB for a test battery. These are a non-warranty. Here you go, play with them, kind of deal that I got. So, yes, I am always super busy. But one of the things is I'm really trying to buffer my time between my jobs and my house project, because ultimately I work as hard as I do to really fund my off-grid project, because I know how expensive this stuff is. And if I didn't get some of the manufacturer support that I have, it wouldn't be as easy as it is. So, and I got some good friends out there that really help me along. So, what are I would like Simpliphi. Yeah, the Simpliphi is a great battery. And so one of the things I want to talk to you guys about are battery statistics. I'm going to step back here and let's see if you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me all right if I stand right here? Let's do a quick test on that. Let me just see you on the other side so I can see it. Actually, you know what? Let's do one quick experiment. We're going to experiment for the experiment here. Let's see if we can move you guys around, and if we can keep the signal strength up in there. It's the phone mic picking you up, not the AirPod. Yeah. And I don't know what to do about that. I got some other apps that I can try to use. I thought about using my Osmo, but I don't know how well that's going to necessarily work, because I got to try to link the two together, and that thing has crappy service too. So, okay, let's see how this works. Oh wait, let's see one other thing. If we flip this thing around, if we go backwards with it, and if we spin it like this right here, does that slap myself in the face? No, John, I'm not going to slap myself in the face. If I spin it like that and reverse the camera, are we getting any better audio that way? That is beater. Soon. So, yeah, this is better. Okay, good. Okay, so when I dumped my AirPods though, I dumped my TV, and now I can't see you guys. So, no, we do not want to cancel that. The only thing always as good as Johnny Valentine. Johnny Valentine is definitely a better live streamer than I am. So, okay. Sorry, I'm in the ER getting IVs right now, and I am sore. Yeah, Johnny Valentine's sore too. Okay, so let's try that. How's the audio? We got decent audio, decent video. Yeah, we got dogs in the background. So, what's really cool here is I can actually see you guys typing. This is going to make it nice. I don't have anybody to tell me what people are saying in the background. Man, if we can just get the booster, I think we got this made for this live stream thing. This is something I really, really want to do, and I thank you guys a lot for kind of bearing with me, because I want to try to really turn out a live stream series every weekend or every other weekend. I got Wholesale Solar out back to me. They just did a great video. I can't wait to show it to you guys. They did a promo video with me, kind of showcasing who I am in the relationship and really what I think sets them apart from other companies. So it's going to be fun for you guys to be able to see that. But let's get back to batteries. So, I think right now with the lithium batteries, we really have three manufacturers that we can pick from. We have the Blue Planet Energy, the Simpliphi, and we also have the Discover battery. Now, when I'm talking about the three manufacturers, this is of the lithium iron phosphate brand. We do have we have the Tesla Powerwall out there, but that's not available for everybody to go and use. And, that we have two different chemistries with those that we're working with, the lithium ion versus lithium iron phosphate. I feel that the LFP battery is a safer battery to use. So this is the LFP. All three of those batteries are that series. The big difference between those is really the amount of density and storage per system. So with the Phi, this is a Phi 3.5, and on top of this it has an 80 amp breaker. So this battery right here, if we can kind of see this little breaker, it's kind of hidden by the cable. Basically, this is the on-off breaker for the battery. What's really nice about this is these are super safe for people to work on. We can turn this breaker off and work on the battery and do the connections, and it keeps it very, very safe for people. One of the things that I think I've kind of determined that I'm going to do for my installs from now on, if you guys saw the last two systems that I did, I ran these batteries through a combined bus bar. And I think what I need to do from here on out is I want to actually run each battery into an individual breaker that is attached to the bus bar. And the reason being is, you know, the one downside to these batteries is that is there a BMS in these? Yeah, and I'll go over that in just a second. The downside to these is that you can't see the specific data. You can't see what's going on with the battery. They're working on that. But the real, you know, bread and butter for the Simpliphi battery was that this is a drop-in replacement for a lead acid. It's made to be simple for people to put in. And that is where the BMS comes in. The BMS that's in this is designed to really emulate that of a lead acid. You know, it's going to get up to a specific voltage. So I think on the charging on these, they're going to get up to, like, depending on what settings that you want. These batteries come with two different setting parameters, a 5,000 cycle setting and a 10,000 cycle setting. And depending on those two settings is going to be where you put the batteries. So when those batteries get up to that voltage that you're going to run to, so like let's say that if you want to go 10,000 cycles on these batteries, your bulk voltage, bulk or absorb high cutoff is going to be 56 volts. And these things, they're very much like a clip. They get to that voltage threshold of where you need to get to for their full charge, and they shut off. They're done. And so you're holding them at a limited amount of time. And this is one of the things that makes these batteries, I think, a little bit more efficient and easier for people. Like, let's say you're subsidizing a lot of your power generation off a generator in the wintertime. You can get them up there faster and turn your generator off. If you do a shallow charge, like let's say you only want to run your generator for an hour and get your batteries up to 80%, you know you're going to have some the next day, they're okay with that. And so one of the things that I just cannot wait to try with these batteries and on my own system versus with somebody else's is, you know, what happens in the wintertime where, you know, I'm going to not have sun for a day and I don't want to run my generator because the whole goal is to use as little, you know, resources like propane as possible. I'm looking forward to drastically decreasing my propane usage, especially once I get a hydro or a wind turbine put up. You know, am I really going to be able to, you know, justify the extra cost of these batteries for not having to run the fuel to subsidize the extra power? So with what I have right now, these are the new battery that Phi just came out with. They just went from a 3.4 rating to a 3.5. And I know that's not a lot, but they've also decreased the cost of them a little bit. So, you know, it's a nice deal that maybe we're going to keep seeing better and better pricing on them. So, you know, it's a nice deal. So, good, the bad, the ugly on the batteries so far that I'm seeing. With the Phi, the limitation right now that we really have, the cool guys all say Phi. Yeah, we say dropping copper on our Phis. That's just their term. It's just a lot easier to say Simpliphi all the time. I'd go crazy. But, you know, with these batteries, their limitation being that they only can put out 60 amps. Actually, yeah, I don't get to do telethons. I'm lucky, you know, those guys even talk about me. But, you know, I think I'm supposed to have this guy Carlton stop by soon, and we'll see if he shows up or not. I heard he's got some patents that he wants to review of mine. But back to my quick topic, the batteries that we're getting next are going to be the Discovers. I think they're sending me a few of those so I can really do a comparison side by side with. And those batteries actually have, their available output is 600 amps. So where with the Simpliphi, you've really got to size these to what your draw is going to be and what your surge. That's the one thing you have to be very careful that you don't, you know, you can't just put one of these on an 8,000 watt rating inverter. You got to make sure that you properly size them. They recently have revised their system design. I think they said you could run it off 3. And I kind of based my projects around that, mainly because I'm sizing myself on charging more so than the load and making sure that I'm, you know, at least somewhat sized that I'm not going to over discharge the battery. But with the Discover battery, you literally, if you're only going to use 4 kilowatt hours a night or 8, you could put 1 or 2 of the Discover batteries on and get away with it fine because they can push through, I guess, more available current. We're going to have to see that in operation to really, you know that that's true. But One of the other kind of neat things that they have going on, how do they hang on the wall? They actually have a bracket, a wall mount bracket that you can get for I think another $100 or so. But with these, I wanted to do kind of a rack mount. I need the space, and I am gonna not strut them. I'm gonna use the IBR3 from Outback. And one of the reasons I was using that is with these batteries, you've got to bus and combine everything because they have, every battery wants its own cable. And so I figured if I use the IBR3 and I show you guys what I'm going to do for people that want to install these, I think it's going to be an easier install to be able to combine all of the battery positive and negatives on the IBR bus bars than it's going to be to try to build one of my crazy FlexWare 1000 setups. I do that because I just like the way they look, but there is probably easier ways for a lot of people out there that want just a simple and quick hookup. Another thing is with the IBR3, you can put them in a much more condensed enclosure. Are you guys, do you know what I'm talking about? The IBR3 is the Outback battery rack where you can put 12 of their RE200s. I know my buddy out there, Gene Solar, uses them quite a bit. Tres Osos, yeah. Okay, I'm not very good at Spanish. I usually take Johnny with me when I got to do that. But I determined with IBR3, I can get 6 of these batteries in there. They're going to have to go on their side. But one of the nice things about it is because each battery has its own breaker, we can run 2 batteries to each 175. And then we can, if we need to do any testing or anything like that, we can then shut off that 175 and then get down to each individual battery. And then I'm also working with Outback. I have a spare Mate 3 and a FlexNet, and I think what I'm going to wind up doing is using my MX60, and I'll hook it into the batteries to provide power for it. But I'm going to use all 3 of those shunts, and at least I'll have 3 channels worth of monitoring on the batteries. So that way I can watch power flow in and out and have a little more data at least what's going on with them. So, you know, it's kind of what I'm going to do on my system, and then we're going to gain more knowledge with them too. I mean, that's a big thing, is we're just trying to get more knowledge with these batteries, get them on optics. I'm going to try to put that live so people can actually watch it and see more what's going on with them. Also, the super fast recharge rate. Where I'm going to be limited on my system is I only have 2 VFX 3648 inverters. So I'm actually going to be limited on my charging supply. With these, you can charge each battery at, I think, 37 amps per battery. So in theory, I could put 180 amps to them. I might have to just take and stick my Radiant 8048A and just use it as a battery charger so that I can try to charge these things as hard as possible and try to decrease that generator runtime. So, you know, I think the better way to go, even that would be to just sell my inverters and buy the FXRs, because they're going to be a little bit better paired with the lithium batteries and the older inverters. But again, we're going to use these as a replacement for the lead acid and see just how we can make it work. So, I don't know. That's kind of what we got. I thought you guys would like to take a look at the Simpliphis, and again, I'm trying to get better and better on these live streams and do more Q&As. Let's see, we got any other questions out there? Hey, did you guys know that, let's see, let's go. Did you know that Johnny Valentine is a professional mariachi singer? Yeah, we got one first. Malachi never went to go into bed with trucks and I'm crying. That would be a bummer, because those IVRs are pretty expensive. But I think we need to see Johnny sing on mariachi. Maybe we could try to do me and Johnny on a live stream at the same time. That would be pretty exciting. I know you guys probably haven't got to spend as much time as I have with him. I got some good video of Johnny. So, the high current Simpliphi. Yes, yeah, I am too. I want to see what that high current can do. I know I'm supposed to be getting some information for you on the high current. And that's where, you know, with that Discover, it's already made for high current. You know, if you can really push 600 amps through that thing and do that high surge. But how often are you really going to do that? I mean, that's one of the things we were talking about on these batteries like this, where they're all individual batteries. Are we okay? So with these, they're all parallel connections. They don't want you seriesing or doing multiple connections like that. But with the Discover, you can actually parallel all the positives and negatives on the battery, and you don't have to do the bus bar. So that's supposed to simplify the wiring. So we're really going back and forth on you know, do you have to fuse them between each one? Do you just use the primary one? How much? What do you really account for on that? So what's the interesting deal? How much do these go for? I think that you guys could probably find these on the internet right now for 2,700, 2,900 around that price. Um, I haven't bought these in a while, and most of the projects that I've done them on, I kind of a unique deal. So I could work on that, and when we go to do the install, I can give you guys some better pricing. So maybe we can get them to do us a West Coast Sustainable special pricing for you guys. They're actually following me, the 7 of you out there. So, how many of you out there are actually off grid or use batteries? We've got 8 people now. Oh, hold on, let's rephrase that. How many of you have batteries in your system works? Johnny was never a professional mariachi. I've seen the video. You guys, we should ask him to put it on YouTube and show you what he's got. Johnny's a pretty impressive character. If he ever puts solar, we can get him to do mariachi. Yankee 4, he has batteries. We're going to hope Hank doesn't take out the tripod. So, no, Johnny, I'm jealous. I can't sing mariachi or speak Spanish, so you got me definitely beat on that. I can't out-paint you, though. So, all right, well, thanks for joining the live stream. Hopefully we're getting these better and better. Let's see, we got the Simpliphi this time. Maybe next weekend we'll do a little more in-depth detail information on the Focus. Russ, I have solar and batteries in my apartment running my ham radio. We start an off-grid cabin next year. Awesome. Hey, Russ, where's your cabin going to be? Well, we're running out of battery. Go close. See if we get a little bit longer on this one. It's draining my phone out here doing this. Thank you, JW Solar. Thanks for following me as long as you have. Upstate New York. Hey, exciting. I've actually met a few people in New York, and I'm supposed to be flying out to Soho in the next couple of months to maybe help out a guy named Josh Hadar from Hadar Metal Designs. My picture quality is better. Great. Well, wait till I get the booster. I'm hoping that when we get the cell phone booster, we can see these even better. And what's interesting about this is, man, I am doing the world's biggest loop, because right now I'm feeding off my cell phone through my LTE with 2 bars, and I'm going up to the web, and I can see it on my TV, and hopefully that it's similarly accurate with what you guys are seeing. It doesn't look terrible compared to some of my other ones. But I'm hoping that if I get a mobile booster, I can drag it around my property with me a little bit and do more remote videos, because I got some really cool stuff I'd like to show you guys up and coming, and I'm going to do a little off-grid Airbnb cabin. But again, Russ, I'm headed to New York. I've never been on the East Coast. I got some neat projects lined out over there in Soho with Josh Hadar. He does really custom bikes and metalworking, and his bikes he's making are EVs. And I think that we're going to wind up putting some solar on there so that we can power the EV by solar. So that'll be exciting. And then I think we've got also a project in South Carolina with my buddy from Fab Forums, and I think we're going to be putting some solar on his house and hanging out with Game Solar, and I'm looking forward to spending some time on the East Coast this year. So yeah, I'm going to work on that lapel mic. I'm heading to Belize. I'll try to have it for the next one, but I'm not too sure. I hate to say it, Game van. Yeah, but I live in the dirt, and I like the van, but with what I do, I haul a lot of stuff, and the truck serves my purpose. What you guys don't see is I have an enclosed trailer and a Dodge 2500 that's going to be my mobile work thing. So, you know, I kind of got multiple solutions. I actually got 4 different work trucks and a whole bunch of crap. So. And I have a work street bike. I don't think Johnny has that. Yes, Russ B, I'm heading to Belize at the end of the month. I'm going to go down there and do a vacation, and I got maybe a visit with another solar company when I'm there that does a lot of village power, and I'm looking forward to hanging out with people. Whenever I travel, I always look for solar people and make a point to go meet new people. Last year when I was in Hawaii, I got to spend some time with Doug from Solar Plus Hawaii, and met some great people. If you guys know me, man, anywhere I go, I meet people. I also made a lot of great friends on YouTube. That's how I gotten to know the good old Johnny Valentine so good. I think I'm his technical support some days. Van's name is the white whale. Yeah, I like the van. I probably could have got one of those instead of the Dodge work truck, but I'm kind of going dual purpose here. I want to get a skid steer next. So. All right, we've got a few more minutes. Anything exciting anybody wants to talk about? Any other good preps going on out there? I picked up some seed packets last weekend at the Whole Earth Festival. That was a good deal. Really the big reason I'm doing the solar pond pumping is I want to have a garden. I live off a quarter-gallon minute well. I know you guys have heard me say that. My wife and I used to have a huge organic garden. We were certified organic, and my real passion to be out here is to grow food, and it's just a darn challenge between all the animals and the crappy water. So, actually, yeah. Did you see though that the test fire, or that the extinguisher actually? I know I'm a super nerd, but the extinguisher actually has a thing for people that are not very smart. That, you know, we actually have. It actually says fire extinguisher. So yeah, we got a lot of good stuff. So, well, so I guess I'll give you guys a little quick tour of the shop, 50 cents tour. Oh, hey, one of the other exciting things, I get all kinds of calls. That air compressor is a 5-horse air compressor. And I got a company that's talking about sending me a VFD drive to make that thing run more efficiently off the inverters. I have not ran that off any of my inverters yet. I run the whole wood shop and the welders and everything else, but I have been too much of a chicken to run that off any of my systems. Yes, my dogs, they're pretty well behaved. Tank is probably the most wild dog that I have, but he's a good beast. So, yeah, this garage is one of my favorite places. I love my garage. I spend a lot of time in here. But I'll take you guys into the wood shop next time. But over here is the metal fabricating section. That's where a lot of my fun stuff happens. I'm a mega maker, and I make all kinds of crazy crap for my house. So that is definitely one of my my favorite spots over there. And I mean, it's really fun. I mean, to think that I'm using the welder and my plasma cutter and all this other stuff off of solar is pretty exciting. Up here, I tried to show you guys the trolley system. Yes, I know, and I think the limitation, I talked to Engineer 775 about those devices, but at that time, they didn't have one that would run a 5-horse, and this new VFD is a new thing to work against that. So, hoping to get the trolley system up, get some better video that way once we can get it, and get everything back going. So this is my life. That's the shop cat that just got attacked by the gophers, and that's kind of the 50-cent tour of what we got going on. So, all right, well, thanks guys for sticking around. We just did 30 minutes. That's my official longest live stream. I'm gonna go back and see what we got, and have a good weekend. So, signing off. See you guys later. Johnny, we need to see Carlton. Later.